Hey everyone, I wanted to show you what you're going to see and how I've been using Trello so far in a quicker condensed little training video for you. So this is what you see when you log on to Trello, and I want to quick show you that one thing you will need to do is Trello makes you put boards into teams, and you can just be a team of one. You can be on your own team or whatever. So what you will see is I have a team here for my January new recruits. And if I get more than 10 recruits, I'll do January new recruits 2, whatever. And then February, I can do February new recruits. So you just create a team by saying that, and you would put January new recruits 2, choose team type. I just have been putting other. I don't need a description. I'll do this later with the team members, and now I have another team as well. And you'll see how it makes you put boards into teams. So let me go back to all my boards. What I will be sending you is a new recruit template here. If you have a new recruit that already did their launch and you're giving them this after their launch, or they're joining after a party, which you heard Erica say on the training if you were there, that you do not, if you have someone joining like the day of or even 48 hours and less before their party, just coach them as normal and then set them up on Trello after. This is something that if you're, the party is today or tomorrow, you don't want to send this to them right away. So I just wanted to give a little caveat there. But for example, I got a new central group recruit yesterday. So here she is. Here's Maddie. Welcome to the team, right? So I sent her an email and I let her know her first quick steps. I always have girls enroll in direct deposit, and I just want to make sure that everyone always does that first. So I had a new recruit. So I would go to my template board. So you guys will get a board that says, from me, like Amy's new recruit template. And you can change that to whatever, you can just edit the name right here. Once you have it, it's yours. And you can do whatever you want to it. So these nice pretty graphics at the top, if you saw Erica's training yesterday, she didn't have those. These were added by Alicia Caldwell, also in my mastermind. I would love to give her credit for that. And they're just, I feel like they help organize what I'm doing a little bit better. I accidentally hit back. I'm sorry, guys. So this is what you'll see whenever I send you the template. So I had a new central group join yesterday, and I will just show you what you would do if that happened. So you would go to your menu and you would click more and you would just click copy board, and I would put Maddie's, I would just say book biz. I'm going to add sample because I actually have her board already set up, which I will show you, and I would add her to the new recruit team or whatever. So it forces you to click a team, and you can see, so here it says I've already have 10 10 boards in this team, so that's why I needed a new team. You can have unlimited teams, so it's all free. Don't worry about paying for an upgrade. And you would click create. And here is your new recruits board, which is an exact copy of what I just showed you the template before. It completely copies the template over. So what I personally do is I go down and I enter in their climb dates for them right here. If you were on the training, you saw Erica talk about different dates that she assigns right away. I don't go and do all of them at once or anything like that. But I know the climb dates, they're my back office, and I add those there for the person. If I already know their launch party date, I will go and fill that in. So daily task is the main thing that people will look at each day, and it just gives them a quick instruction, which then refers them where to go for that instruction. So you'll see their first thing they're going to do is watch the intro to Trello. They can open this card for that. It's a quick video, or this one where it says start here. It's a quick video made by Bethany Patrick that will introduce them to the interface of Trello. That's their first thing they're going to do, and then they're going to turn on the watch function, which allows them to get notifications. You want to do this too as the leader, so you get notifications. Or once you get comfortable and you don't want to get notifications anymore and just want to go to their card and see what they've accomplished, you can turn that off as well. So if they've already chosen a launch party date, this is something that I would come over here, and for this person, I know her launch party date is January 12th, I believe 8:30 p.m. So I'm going to fill that in for her. She doesn't have any hosts signed up yet, but her launch party date is scheduled. So I'm going to make this past due because, it's already done. So we already did that. And she can go on, and when she accomplishes something, she can archive a card. And then it's going to tell them what to do. So then they're going to say, review their climb card is their next spot. And here's the red label. They're just going to head over to this and check it out. It teaches them all about their climb. It includes that awesome video by Rachel, I might mess this name up, Swanopel, that we already have in our units. I normally refer my girls to anyway, to give them that quick tips about their climb, as well as these great graphics for themselves. And then as they hit their goals, they can click them off right here, which is really, really cool. The other awesome thing about all of these cards is that you can write things. So I can say like, hey, Maddie, and it will pop up her name if she was on here. Yay, you hit climb 1. Check it off, girl. So exciting, right? And I would click save. So it's super cool. And then review your getting started card. I love this card. For my personal team, I have a little very quick welcome to UBAM video, but you will see that on your template that I will send you. It will be blank. That won't be there. But it gives them, the first tips. So write your climb dates down. It talks already about stacking your party nights, and also talks about booking your first parties already, which is awesome. Okay. So they've chose their launch party date and they've done those things. This is all things that it's self-guided. They get to do themselves, right? But I will talk a little bit about different types of recruits as well for you guys. Then, they're going to post their announcement to their Facebook wall. And all these things are just checklists that they can do as they go. And the cool thing is that you can put due dates. So like Maddie has already done this, but when she joined, oh, I did not mean to archive that. Look, see, I messed up. Here we go. It's not letting me scroll down here. Here we go. Archived items. And I messed up, so I'm going to send it back to the board. See, it's so user-friendly. You can redo everything you messed up. But when she joined, I said, that's her due date. And I make everything, like Erica said, at 9 a.m., except for their climb goals, I put 11:59, but 9 a.m. and I let them know that, I'm going to make all of the deadlines 9 a.m. so that it just needs to get done sometime during that day. So this is a key thing for you guys. You're still communicating in Messenger. I've had a few of you message me about this just seems like, how are you building relationships? Well, it actually allows you more time to build relationships because it gifts you more time, right? Instead of the time that you have for new recruits to only be sending them information and hand feeding them information. And something Erica said yesterday is that a lot of time there are recruits that we hand feed them stuff that they really don't need hand fed. I say here's how to create a Facebook group, right? And the majority of people know how to do that. And so this is something that most people they could have done these things on their own that we were hand feeding them before. And now you're going to get the time to just start sending fun gifts and being yay, tell me about your kids and stuff, because the training aspect is all right here. So in their launch card, it's going to give them step-by-step what to do. So announce your Facebook wall, pick your launch date. Here's their invite script. Here's the whole information about inviting and everything. And I'm actually going to flip over now to Maddie's real board. And I want you to know, don't get overwhelmed yet. Yesterday, Heather Pooley shared with you that when she sat down on Zoom with me, Erica, and her, Erica opened it and Heather immediately thought, okay, thanks, bye. But Erica just kept talking and didn't let Heather kind of say, thanks for your time, never mind. Because Heather was like, whoa. But she said, by about 40 minutes in, I was like, yes. Like, so you just stick with me and it will get you there. This is not something that we're saying all leaders need to use or anything like that. But if you're in a season where you're feeling like what's working for you or what you've been doing isn't working for you, I encourage you to stick with me, because there can be a time in your season where, just like Erica said yesterday, for some of us, like April and May hit and we were hitting 40 new Central Group members plus a day and a month, and things are falling through the cracks. We're forgetting to send something to a hostess coaching that we're doing for a new recruit. Forgetting, sometimes there are 2 times I distinctly remember I even forgot about a new recruit's party. So this can be something that really blesses you if you just stick with me. This is Maddie's board right here. And she again joined yesterday, and I'm going to show you, all I did was send her welcome email. And this is in the post in Leaders of Book Believers. This is mostly drafted from my previous email plus Erica Mazuzan's email. So I gave her a welcome email that tells her to download Trello. And a lot of you ask, like, how do you present this, right? Okay, to get started on our team's training, your first step is to download the free app Trello. Your Trello board will be the main hub for all your training and party tracking. It's your one-stop shop. So you just present it as, this is what we do. They don't know any different, right? And Erica, I have seen screenshots of recruits telling her, like, oh my gosh, like, this is the most support I've ever felt from a leader or a company in any job I've had. I feel so supported. Like, you guys provide everything, your hands walking me through things. And Erica's like, I just set up a Trello board, but she was like, of course, like, we're here for you. And that's where that relationship building, there was time for that, because, recruits can self-guide themselves through this. So I sent the welcome email. I asked Maddie her email, told her e-commerce, and I got her to do her shopping link quick yesterday. And I said, read over my email, let me know when you download the free app called Trello. That's all I had to do, right? And here she goes. So all yesterday, you can see she can check off things as she does. She's let her friends know she's joined. She's picked her launch date. She started invites. She has 22 guests in her party right now, but she knows she has 30 yeses. Some are in preview mode, and she's still sending messages out. She hasn't gone through her whole contact list. So she still has some things to check off up there for the follow-ups, but she just started inviting yesterday. She's created her e-commerce link. And again, if these are things that, like, you've already done before you send the Trello card, like, I had already had her create her e-commerce link. I checked it off for her when I sent this to her. Check this out. So her party's next week. Once she has all of her guests, this is going to tell her how to engage in her pre-party. It's going to tell her how to make wish lists on her recommendation posts. The party day, it's going to walk them through what to do on party day during the party. Gives them the scripts for the booking posts and what to do to set up a group chat with you as well. Set up hosting group chat. It gives them the scripts to ask about being a consultant as well. The next day, Fortune is in the follow-up. It gives them the follow-up information. And again, this is not me not communicating with the girls. So I had a girl launch yesterday in the morning. I sent her like a, yay, it's your party day. I'm so excited for you. Make sure that in your launch party card, you view the party day tips under the category party day, right? And that's all I had to say instead of like feeding her all this stuff. And I was present last night for her questions, and I could answer her. she had anything, because I wasn't like stressed about, okay, now I have to send her this coaching message. Now I have to send her this coaching message with each of the posts. Like I normally would say, okay, now post 3 is out. So this is how you do picture roulette, right? So these are all things that I used to send like at the time of the party. And when post 5 would come out, I would send another message, but now it's all right here. Saves so much time, and we were just having fun and being excited for our first orders and relationship building. So walks them through follow-up, then prize winners and everything. Walks them through turning their party into their launch or their VIP group. Walks them through everything, start to finish. As they get parties booked, they would just come here and add in a host name. I'm not going to do it actually because this is Maddie's card and should be confused. But it walks them through what to do when they get a party booked too. It's time is what time good for you. It gives them all the scripts and everything. And here's the thing. So I started using this with a new recruit yesterday, who launched yesterday. She got her first party booked. And she said, yay, Jesse's ready to host next Thursday. And I got to say, yay, look at you go. So for your first hostess, I will be there to help you. You can set up a group chat and say this, right? Which is actually I copied and pasted from Trello. It's in Trello. Yay, I've updated your first hostess card. So if you open it, you'll see it gives you step-by-step wording to send to Jessie in our chat. You can edit it a bit to sound like you if you feel you want to, and I'll be there to help with anything that will come up. So this is going to be a relief for me that they are going to do the hostess coaching, but I am still in the 3-way chat. I am still there. I want to be there. But they're actually, because it's all right here, they're going to be sending these scripts. So awesome, right? And then time to get the party started. Anytime you see a little book, this little color is going to tell them to reference the training colors over here. So Facebook parties, this is how to create a Facebook party, right? So it tells them create a shopping link for the hostess. If they forget, they can just go back and reference that. But I wanted to show you guys, walks them through their Fast 50 board and all the stuff you can edit. Like if your team uses Wingo, you can go in and just type your scripts in there. This is from my hostess coaching script that I feel like, I believe Christy Kurtz and I kind of teamed up and made for the team. But if you've edited your own, it's really simple. You just click it and edit it and save it. And it even talks about always offer this amazing business opportunity. So it walks them through doing this. And I've asked Erica, do you find that if you're not doing the hostess coaching, does this step get missed? And she said, no, because the girls like, no, it's the next step. And that was something I was worried about, as I normally do the recruiting of the hostess for a new recruit of mine. But even just to bring it up, they do bring it up. Erica has given me that feedback. And then if they get stuck, I'm there to overcome hesitations. This is one reason I am still committed to being in 3-way chats with my girls first, at least 2 hostesses. But it does give them wording. I totally get being hesitant. Thanks so much for getting back. Would you be willing to share more about what's holding you back? It gives them, how to overcome hesitations right here. Feel, felt, found as well. This is a huge help, honestly. We tell you guys to turn off your notifications and get your team used to knowing you're not always available. Everyone's not always available. So let's say that a recruit is in a conversation and you have to work a 16-hour nursing night shift, whatever it is, and you can't get back probably for maybe like 30 hours versus 24 hours. Look, they have the resources here. Obviously, you do want to get back to your new recruits, in my head, at least within 24 hours. But for those times that it comes up, things happen. When I was pregnant, I had to emergency go to the hospital one day unexpectedly. And something like this would have helped me know, like, it's all there. I don't have to stress. So yeah, it walks them completely through their first party too. And just remember, you're still in the group chat. So I can say, like, just remember, like, go check out this part in your board. And sometimes I'll even screenshot like, here it is, and just go read that for me. I had someone asked me yesterday, so how do I make the recommendations? And I said, oh, remember that's actually in your Trello board under your book parties. Click and open launch party and go under engage in your pre-party, and it's going to be right there. It's going to walk you through how to do that. And so instead of walking them through, I got to just refer them to the resource. This is going to teach your recruits to be resourceful and really just help them flourish a lot more, in my opinion. When you train your girls to be resourceful and not depend on you, you're building, yes, you do want to be there closely for them in the beginning, but the goal of leadership is to create a team who can independently do work on their own, so you can keep creating more teammates and keep creating new leaders. So these are all the things I'll share with you, all the things that you'll see. There's these daily tasks that walk them through their whole launch party. And then I love this. Open this card. You're invited to step up to leadership. So it's automatically going to talk to them about leadership as well. When they get recruits, they can fill in their recruits here. And that can help you like keep track of that. The really cool thing as well is when I add dates and what's it called? Alerts. Due dates. You can click a calendar, and it gives them calendar, like things they should be doing each day, right? So cool, at least in my opinion. And as they fill their calendar, here we go. As they get more hosts, they can fill these in, and this is really easy. Like if you just want another host card here, you just create another card, and it goes right below it, and they can create as many cards as they want. So I would change, actually, I'll do it up here. If her first hostess was next Thursday at 8:30 p.m., and I go here, it will now be on her calendar. Here it is. I'm going to delete this because this is actually her board. And the cool thing is, as a leader, you can copy your teammates' calendars to your calendar. So, remove. Yes. Okay. So, super easy. You can see here I have her, and I have her sponsor as well. So yes, I am going to be adding the sponsors to the Trello board. Something that came up is like, okay, you have a new Central Group recruit, but their sponsor hasn't been used to Trello. What do you do? Well, I just let them know, like, hey, we're going to start using Trello. Since you're working towards team leader, I want you to hop in on the board and you'll see what it's all about. And if they ever want me to create them a board for their own business, I absolutely would do that. Okay, then the cool thing is, let me see. One of my other girls yesterday, the girl who launched yesterday, during the party, Emily actually just had a party with me, which is where I met this recruit last month, 2 months ago. So Emily said, I want to do another one in June, but with you, which is so exciting, with the new recruit. And so she put it in here to remind herself of that too. So she's got a booking queue for future parties. If they open this is going to give them all these resources on how to book a party. So when someone's, is struggling with booking parties, have a reference to send them. I do really believe in still like helping give girls like, hey, why don't you use this wording and try sending 20 messages out today? But this is also a really great resource. Step up to leadership gives them, again, all the information on that, which I just love it. And then customer care and follow-up. So this is a sample card. If people like keeping track of, how they customer service type things, you can do that here. You can do anything on Trello. A lot of you already use it for your party templates and everything like that. I'm trying to think if there would be any other questions, but I hope that this was helpful for you. Again, So this girl joined last week and we got through her launch party last night. We're starting on her second hostess. I loved Maddie joined yesterday and she really did all this stuff all of herself. So I just want you to see, like, I wasn't having to hand feed her this stuff throughout the day, and she got so much more done in a day because I wasn't going to be on my phone all day yesterday. I probably would not have sent that stuff to her till late last night, but she got it done during the day because she could. The one thing I will say is we will always have recruits who just struggle maybe with technology or being overwhelmed. Like, we always are going to have a big span of recruits. The first time I ever used this, I took a leap maybe in September, the end of September, and tried this out. And the girl said, I just thought I could do whatever I wanted. I'm quitting. And I said, no, no, no. Like, how about we just forget Trello? I'll hand walk you through everything. And she's like, no, I don't. Like, you overwhelmed me. And she made me feel like it was because I sent her this. But to be honest, even when I said, like, okay, no, like, let's just go step by step instead in Messenger, she still said no. And her feedback in the end was, like, I really just joined because someone told me, like, it would be, like, super easy. And then you started saying, like, create an e-commerce link, and there were these steps to it, and I just don't have time to, like, watch a video and learn how to create an e-commerce link, which is like a 2-minute video. So that is a recruit who, like, wouldn't have ever got off the ground anyway. And you need to tell yourself that. There's a lot of fear in this is going to overwhelm people and make them run for the hills. You know what? Adding someone to a group chat and sending them, okay, here's your first 3 steps, was going to overwhelm that person. And I've experienced that, and they would have never got off the ground anyway. There are going to be people, though, who maybe just struggle with technology. I have 4 new recruits since I've started using Trello in my central group. The first one is a very, very nice woman, but she's also at the tail end of COVID and just struggling. And she did do a little bit, and she started on Trello, but she was just struggling to get moving. So I did then say, okay, let me just send you what to do, right? And so 1 out of 4, I did do that. And I will reference back to Trello, but I just needed her to set up her launch party. And the cool thing is I could just, like, I came to her Trello board and just copy and pasted the instructions anyway to her, and she's got it done now. But she's a little bit slower to get things done anyway. So this didn't scare her away. She continuously says, like, wow, this is so cool. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But she has twin girls, so she's saying, like, the day's getting away from me. I'll work on this tonight. And then she'll be like, I think I'm doing it right. So she's just unsure and not confident in her navigating this yet, but I will slowly work with her. And if I have to send a few, like, screen recordings to show her how to use this, I can do that as well. So you're going to have a span of people. But the blessing is, Erica says, this also kind of from the beginning weeds out, the people who are just not going to even get up and running. Because if in your welcome email you say, like, download the free app, and 2 days later you're like, hey, did you download Trello yet? And they're still like, oh, I didn't get to it. I will tomorrow. You know what? Like, and there's a week later they still didn't get to it. That's someone who would have never gotten to creating a direct deposit, making an e-commerce link, creating a Facebook group, and all that stuff anyway. So I just want to encourage you guys that way. So I hope this was helpful, and we will create a little Trello Book Believer chat for you guys to ask questions there. Bye, guys.